My name is Jeffrey Sumber, and I live an extraordinary life. In fact, as a psychotherapist here in Chicago, I have the most amazing job in the world. Every working day, I get to help people move through the places where they're stuck. I didn't always know how to help people when they're stuck. In fact, there was a time in my life when I was the one who was stuck. I didn't realize it at that point, but I spent most of my life focusing on other people and what they were doing wrong. Have you ever done that? I did it all the time. I probably wouldn't have realized the extent of it if it hadn't been for the help of one very special person. Have you ever heard of Mary Poppins? You probably have. You see her on billboards. She's everywhere these days. Well, when I was a kid, I wanted Mary Poppins for myself. I wanted a magic nanny. I wanted someone to swoop in and take care of me and make everything great. I'm sure that you've had a similar experience at some point. Well, I got my Mary Poppins. He was an old Cherokee shaman who chain smoked generic cigarettes and drank too much. And I'll tell you, his medicine did not go down with a spoonful of sugar. Just the opposite. In fact, one day I was studying with him in Arizona, and he drove us out in his pickup truck, middle of nowhere, middle of the desert. He stops the truck and says, "Get out." Well, I get out, and he says, points to this mountain out in the distance, and he says, "Move that mountain." Man, a few words, right? Well, before I could say any of a million things, he drops a jug of water by my feet and takes off into the distance. You can imagine how I was feeling, right? I'm a guy from New York, and I'm used to noise, I'm used to people, and all of a sudden there was nothing. Me and this mountain all the way out there, and what was I supposed to do with a mountain? Move it for real? Abracadabra, and poof, it's gone? Was I supposed to, squint and squeeze and somehow it would just budge? I couldn't figure it out. I felt horrible about myself. What kind of a student am I if I don't know how to move a simple mountain? Well, it took about 20 minutes and I was a hot mess. I sat there with my jug of water and a cactus, and we stared at the mountain for hours. After a while, I got mad. I became furious. I got so mad at this crazy shaman for abandoning me. I got mad at my parents for not having given me more skills as a kid, wilderness survival training or something. I got mad at the cactus for not casting a larger shadow. I was furious at everything and everyone under the sun. On the morning of the third day, I woke up and the anger was gone. Instead, a cool breeze of awareness arrived. I got it. I got this clarity that I had spent the vast majority of my life projecting all of my problems, all of my anger, fear, sadness onto the mountains in my life, typically the people. And this is why I had been unhappy all the time. I got clarity that in life, as long as we project our issues onto other people, we can never truly be happy. It's huge. How often do you spend in your life projecting all of the stuff onto other people? If you were just a little prettier, if you were just a slight bit more handsome, if you just were a bit smarter, or did it this way, or did it that way, then I'd be happy. What an illusion we've created for ourselves. So I spend day after day supporting people in dispelling this illusion that I can be happy if you would do something for me or do something right. I want to give you a little tool that I do with hundreds of people a month. It's called the check-in. And there are 3 parts to the check-in, and it may sound very simple, and it is. 3 parts every morning for 5 minutes. The first, one thing that I appreciate about myself. The second, one thing that I need today. And the third, one thing that I'm willing to give to myself in order to move closer to being unstuck. I guarantee you that if you try this on a daily basis, that with time, you will start to look at the world and yourself in it in a very different light. You will start to gain ownership and responsibility of the places that you're stuck. I truly desire that this, in some small way, helps you move closer to living an extraordinary life. Thank you.